Hey there, this is Power36113 from Horse Reality. I'm going to show you how I normally do Photoshop edits for recolors. This is actually originally like a 30-minute long video, and I'm not going to make you sit through that, so I'm going to speed it up and do a voiceover while you watch what I do, sped up obviously. So this part did not record correctly initially at first, so I ended up recording this after I actually finished the recolor. But what I'm doing is searching the database for the horse breed, horse color, and the horse sex, like mare or stallion, that I want. As you can see here, I found a nice black Mustang mare that I want. So what I did is I right-clicked on her image and clicked Inspect. This is on a Windows computer, by the way, and I double clicked on the URL and copied it with Control C and pasted it into another window, and I saved it. And I'm using a meaningful, for lack of better words, name, such as Mustang Mare Black Body, I think it was, and then I'm just going to repeat the steps with the mane and the tail. And then next you will see me open up a new tab with another Mustang mare on it whose face marking I really liked. So I'm going to save that one as, I believe, Mustang Mare White Stripe. Yeah, here it is. Okay, now for some reason this part did not record correctly, but what I did was I imported these different layers of the Mustang mare into my Photoshop program, and all I did was I selected that arrow icon that's selected on the left side, this dark gray box, which is the moving icon, and I just went to each layer, the mane, the tail, and the stripe, and dragged it onto the Mustang mare's body. And I tried to play with the reordering the layers a bit, because the one on top is in front of the one that's below it, and so on and so forth. And what else are we doing? Okay, so yeah, so I also went into my files. It did not show my file box, but I imported a white Mustang Mare base body and white base mane, and then here I am renaming them so that I know, which layer is what. Now, by the way, if it sounds like something is blowing on the microphone, I do have a fan going on in the background, so I'm sorry about that. But yeah, the reason for me importing the white mane and the white body is going to be important here in a little bit once we start trying to implement the pattern that I'm going to do. And if you want to get into this, I will more than happily send you those base patterns. By the way, this did skip a little bit because my file box was not showing, but I went ahead into my files and found a nice Tobiano pattern that I wanted to put on the mare. And so I'm going to speed this next part up, but all I'm doing here is just moving the pattern around to fit it onto the Mustang mare's body so that I can trace it appropriately. And by trace, what I mean is I'm going to get the eraser on 1 pixel, the smallest you can get. And also, if you notice, I made a copy of the black base so that if I screw up, I have another one to go back to. That's always my default before I start working, just in case crap hits the fan. So now I'm starting to work, but yeah, so get your eraser on this 1 pixel size and then start tracing. So yeah, I'm going to start speeding it up here in just a sec. Okay, now back down to the normal speed. Here you can see I'm zooming in and I have the eraser pulled up on 1 pixel size. And I have the white layer underneath the copy of the black body layer. And what I'm doing is I'm essentially just taking the eraser and tracing the pattern that I put on the mare and double checking it, and then I'm going to move the pattern around to the next leg and keep on doing it for each leg, and I will speed that up until we get to the body portion. Okay, back down to normal speed for just a second. I forgot that I did this. So what I'm doing now is I'm getting just a tiny bit bigger eraser size. I believe I had either 3 or 4 pixel size. And I'm still using the eraser, by the way. So what I'm doing is basically I am erasing the black body to show the white body underneath, and that's what makes the pattern. So I am very carefully and very gently using the eraser to trace the lines of these leg patterns, and then once I'm comfortable with where I've gotten with the outlines, I'm going to get a bigger eraser and just erase the rest of the bottom part of the leg. Okay, back down to normal speed here for a minute. So I like to clean up as I go. So what I did was I went to the black body layer because that's the one I've been erasing, and I got a paint bucket and painted, if you will, black paint on the background like I am there, and you can see the parts of the leg that I missed with the eraser, because you know, obviously the smaller size eraser, the smaller pieces you're going to erase. So what I'm doing is using the black paint bucket to fill in the quote-unquote background, if you will, so that I can see what I missed. And then I'm getting the eraser, and what I'm doing is I'm using the Control-Z button, like zebra, to undo the paint bucket while I have the eraser on my mouse. So I'll undo the paint bucket and then erase it, and then just go back and forth a couple of times while I look for more pieces that I missed. Or on the rare occasion, there will actually be, if you will, stray pieces from just the artwork itself. And then now what I'm doing here is I took the blur tool, that little water droplet deal, and I'm just gently and slowly going over the white marks. Again, I have the black layer selected because that's the one I want to blur. And this way, in my opinion, it makes it look just a little bit cleaner rather than having those like very exact, very precise lines from when I had erased. And you're going to see me go back and forth here for just a second, trying to see if I like it more blurred or less blurred. But that's just what I personally do. And do notice on the bottom, like to the right of that black line on the like the gray bottom part of Photoshop, I personally have my blur tool set to a specific strength. I think it was like 25% or something. But anyway, now I am going to start messing with the body portion. Now those 2 little white dots on the right side, I'm not going to bother putting those on the mare, but I'm going to speed this up just so you don't have to sit through, I don't know how much longer is left of this, probably like 15-20 minutes. So here we go. Okay, back down to normal speed for just a second here. As you can see, I am actually moving the white pattern around a little bit, as I want to put a little bit more dimension, I guess you will, on the mare, rather than just having like literally copy and pasting, or well, like copy and drawing, I guess, the pattern. So I'm moving the pattern around so that I personally think it looks better on her. But yeah, and here I'm just kind of freehanding that little pointy part, I guess. But yeah, I just want to let you know, like, you can do whatever you want. There are literally no limitations. But yeah, I'm going to speed this back up now, so here we go. Okay, so what I'm doing here is the same thing as I did earlier, just using the black paint bucket and going back over with the eraser to see what parts I missed. And then I'm going to start on the mane. Now, I'm not very good with editing manes and hairs in Photoshop. Oh, and I also went over it with the blur tool, I forgot, duh. But when it comes to at least manes. Tails, I don't know. I don't know the rules, but manes, if there's a white part of the body that touches the mane, that part of the mane is white. So just follow that rule and you'll be good. By the way, I have the white mane on top and I'm on the white mane. Oh my gosh, where are my words? The white mane layer, and I'm just erasing it very gently with the one pixel size eraser, and just going back and forth and checking my work. And then in this last portion of the video, I felt that the Mustang mare was just kind of plain with this white marking on her torso. So I'm going to add a white marking on her, I think it's called flank, which is from an Oldenburg. But I'm going to speed this up and then show you the final result. Alright, and then I'm going to pop in hopefully one of the last few times of this video, and as you can see on the back leg here, I think I might have erased a little bit too much, so what I'm going to do is, well, after I finish, blurring it anyway, I'm going to take the teardropper tool, which is above the green T text tool on the left, and get a sample, if you will, of the leg, and then use my paintbrush to paint over the white area so that it looks normal rather than just having that little white piece right there. And then here we are, the finished product. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.